Hello again. Today we're going to have a look at the UAG series of cases for the iPhone series, the iPad Pro and the new iPhone X. This one's for the iPhone 7, iPhone 8, and you can of course use it for the older iPhones. So on the back here you've got impact resistant, feather light, easy access, tactile grip, card storage and glare free flash. And it's a 360-degree protection. Right, so looking at the case itself, here we go. It's got a very nice tactile feel. It's got a magnetic clasp here that holds it securely. Just move these out of the way. There we go. So inside, you can see the iPhone already installed inside there. You've got a card slot there, which will hold one card. Let me just find one. Okay, there we go. So that slides in there quite nicely, and you've got a little slot that you can push the card out with. So very convenient if you're going out and you don't want to take any cash with you. The case is a nice lightweight design. It has a nice soft feel to protect the screen of the phone. It's not too thick. The buttons are raised up each side so you can feel them easily if you're in a dark area. Underneath there you can see that they've included the earphone holes so that you can connect your earphones if you have an older iPhone, but this one doesn't have that, of course. Right, UAG is embossed and embedded into the rubber. It's like a car tire rubber. It's actually quite durable, and even though it's flexible, it feels very firm, and so I do believe it would take a drop very well. The back is flexible, but the front feels like it's got a hard, rigid body to it, so it will protect the screen well. Overall, it's a very nice case. You can use the power buttons, they have a good feel to them. It's got a nice raised lip around the screen. It doesn't stand up, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame, but overall I really like this one, and it's a great case. It matches well with the iPad Pro 10.5-inch case that I've got here. I'll be showing that to you next. Right, 2 thumbs up for now. Back in a moment. Okay, continuing with the video. This is the iPad Pro 10.5 Metropolis case, and this is for the 2017 model. Again, it's impact resistant, tactile grip. You've got a removable back, easy access ports, easy opening for the keyboard, and you can put the keyboard, the original Apple keyboard, on. So that's all that's on the back there. Right, so having a look around the outside here, it's got the same frog skin feel with the magnetic clasp. The magnets are quite strong on these, which is good. It holds very securely. Right, so it's a smart cover as well, so when you open the cover, the screen turns on automatically. You've got an Apple Pencil holder in the top, which is made of a tire rubber again. This will stand up this time. I wish the phone cases did it, but never mind, can't have everything. It will stand up in most positions, nice and securely, getting weaker as you get lower, but that's fine. It does its job well. Nice and supportive at that angle. Right, you can also take the case off and use the Apple keyboard, so it's got access there for the 3 pins. The front flap pops off easily, and that allows you to hold the tablet, and it's nice and rigid and firm. This one's got a rigid panel in the back, so it's not so rubberized as the phone cases, so it gives it more protection because it's a heavier device. And you just press firmly on the back to snap those two parts back in. Right, there we go. It's got a really nice rubberized grip. Got all the ports are open, and they've got nice wide openings so that you can use third-party accessories. It's got a nice surround there, nice deep cutout for the camera. Microphone ports are cut out nicely and nice and wide, and of course the speakers and earphone. On the bottom you've got the other two speakers and the lightning cable. The lightning cable has a little recessed part there, I don't know if you can see it, but that allows the Apple Pencil to be able to connect while you're still using the case, which is very convenient. So overall for this case I would give it a 10 out of 10. It really does give good protection. It's wonderful to hold, and I do a lot of drawing and video work on here, and it really is a joy to use. Well done, UAG. Right, moving on again. This time this is the new iPhone X UAG Metropolis case. Just showing you this one on the older iPhone. Right, okay, so opening the box here. It's the iPhone X, or iPhone X. Again, you've got all of the exact same specs as before. This case looks slightly different to the others. So you don't have the embossed UAG on the back. You do have it on the front, but it's reversed for some reason. You've got the same grippy frog skin feel that it really does feel nice. You've got your same magnetic clasp. Let's take the foam out. So inside, this one feels a little bit thicker, a little bit firmer. It's not as flexible as the other ones. In the bottom here, you see the raised lip, very, very firm, very thick like car tires. Not so thick on the port section, but on the corners it gives real good protection. And I dropped the phone the other day with it on, and the phone actually bounces quite well. It's a bit like a very hard rubber ball. So you've got covered buttons, and they've got a tactile feel to them and little lines on. You've got the one card slot in the front here again. Just put the iPhone X in so you can see. It looks very nice on the space grey. I don't think the silver would look quite as nice because the camera cut out at the back has about 2 or 3 millimeters all the way circling the camera, and so you'd see the silver phone through it, so it might not work quite as well, but it looks very nice on the space grey. Oops. Right, as you can see, the magnetic clasp doesn't let the front fold open at all, so if you drop it, it doesn't just fly open like they used to before. It's got a raised lip for the screen, which is nice. And I'll just see if I can find a card to show you the card slot. There we go. It does say on this one that it will hold 2 cards, but I wouldn't want to put 2 in because it would make it bulge out, and you're rubbing the screen with the card as well, so I don't use those slots much. But overall it's a very nice case, and it goes well with the other cases in my collection. I've got one for the Samsung Galaxy S8 as well, which my wife uses. But great cases, really nice. Okay, I just wanted to show you the size comparison between the iPhone 10 and the iPhone 8. It's not the 8 Plus, it's the 8, the smaller one. And as you can see, there's really hardly anything in it. Probably only about 4 or 5 millimeters in height and maybe 2 millimeters in width when the cases are on. With the cases off, it's about 4 millimeters from the top and the side, but the cases on, very little difference. Really nice cases. And finally, if you don't like the Metropolis because it's a softer case, you can have a look at the Monarch series of cases. These are the, this is the Samsung case, Samsung S8. Again, it's a very nice case. It's got big chunky borders here, so if you drop it face down it will protect the screen. The sides are open, but it matches in well with the other cases in the Metropolis line, and it looks good with these ones. Right, so this is the Monarch case. This one's slightly more expensive, about $60 compared to $40 of the Metropolis range. This one's got a 10-year warranty, and it's double the drop standard of the Metropolis, but you don't have the protection for the screen on this one. So taking it out of the box, this is a much more rigid case. It has a beautiful look. It's got leather inserts. It's got real metal screws on that actually come through here a little bit here. They're aluminium. Here we've got the leather inserts, and they do smell really nice. It's got the honeycomb inside. Let's just take the right, so as you can see, that one's much more flexible, and the Monarch case much more rigid, much harder, quite heavy and very solid. So if you like a good solid case, then it's definitely the one to go for. Right, so the inside's slightly different. This one's got a honeycomb pattern, and this one has a very faint honeycomb pattern. I know this is the wrong phone, but as you can see there's a little difference in height and width. But it is quite slight. Right, anyway, so I'll let you decide which case you want to buy, but I've got a few here, and I'm going to have a few more. There's the Apple case I've got coming. I'll do a review of that when it comes, and I wish you all the luck. See you later.